Welcome back to more Summoner's War Monster Strategies. Today we're going to be looking at the Light Viking known as Jansen. Jansen is overall a pretty interesting monster, to say the least. He's not amazing, mainly because he's a 2-star monster and his stats just don't really compete well in the game. But his skill sets are definitely interesting, to say the least. It's all about ATB manipulation. So let's talk about this guy. His stats as a level 46 star are as follows. They are 8,400 HP, 472 attack, 615 defense, and 97 speed. As you can see, like I just said, the stats are not amazing. The defense is pretty respectable, but aside from that, like even the HP is average, attack is below average, speed, not great, you know. So he does suffer from stats, he does. That's unfortunate. Let's talk about the skills now. The first one, Throwing Axe. Attack with a flying axe and inflicts continuous damage for 3 turns with a 30% chance, The second one, Multiple Throw, throws 3 axes at an enemy. Your attack bar increases by 15% if this attack lands as a critical hit. And the third one is Shout of Victory. Fills up the attack bar of all allies by 50% and recovers 15% of their HP. As you can see, this skill, and really his element as well, really strongly resemble Belodion, the Light Inugami. Now, let's talk about what this guy can do. So, first of all, he has 2 skills that are basically ATB manipulation. The second one, but that's only for himself, and the third one for the entire team for 50%, which is actually the biggest in the game. There's only, like, I want to say 2 other monsters in the game that actually do this, a 50% increase for the entire team. Pretty ridiculous, it's a lot. Plus, it also heals a bit. Basically, it fills up more attack bar than Belodion, but it heals less. So just a heads up. Now let's actually talk about the runes, and I'll be talking more about how to use this guy. So the rune recommendations are as follows. I mean, actually there were a few different ways, but basically it's about making this guy fast, because, you know, similar to Belodion. He is similar to Belodion, and because of that you want to rune him similarly to Belodion as well. So what you should do is use Swift or Violent. Again, Swift usually early in the game because you don't have access to Violent. Like, you know, really good access to Violent, I should say. And then eventually Violent, because Violent in general is overall better, unless you don't want to depend on too much RNG and you're not going for crazy PvP ranks, then you could stay with Swift. But in general, go with Violent. And for the second set, either Focus or Nemesis. Again, Nemesis to improve his ATB even more, or Focus for some accuracy, because he does need some, at least a decent amount for, you know, the first one if you want. But after that, you know, slots 2, 4, and 6, speed, HP, HP, or speed, HP, accuracy. It's really interesting because, first of all, speed should be on slot number 2, that's, you know, not a debate. For slot 4, HP or critical rate, and then slot 6, HP or accuracy. The thing is, a lot of people say to probably not use this guy for accuracy in slot 6 because he only has one skill. Yes, one skill that benefits from accuracy, the first one. So people say to just use Focus, then that's it, just focus on accuracy substats, which is a lot more understandable. So that's why in a way I almost didn't want to put accuracy for slot 6, but I just put it there, you know, because I guess it's an option that can work, just not amazing like probably some more HP. So I would say, you know, just go with HP for slot 6 most likely. If you give him more critical rate, his attack bar will basically increase more, you know, with skill number 2, and thus he will be able to lower the cooltime faster of the third skill. So he will be able to continuously, you know, fill up the attack bar of allies. So it's interesting. Or you can give him more HP to make him tanky. It really depends on what you want to do. But for substats, focus on all those things. You know, you want to go with speed, you want to go with HP, critical rate, and accuracy. And those 4 are the main ones you want to focus for substats. So that is pretty much it on Jansen in terms of runes. Again, he does suffer from stats. He is a natural 2-star monster, and because of that, some people don't really like him. But aside from that, he is pretty interesting to say the least. He really is. He has very good ATB manipulation. Works similarly to Belodion, although Belodion is much better because, you know, Belodion can actually remove enemy debuffs and inflict a defense break, all that stuff. So that's kind of why Belodion is generally better. Actually, always better, I should say. But he's still pretty interesting to say the least. This guy is, he's not bad. He's definitely not, but hopefully they, I mean, I don't know if they Come To Us can actually one day just randomly make this guy a 3-star. I don't know if that's one of their options, but hopefully it is. But yeah, that is my overall review of this guy. You might want to keep him if you want an ATB manipulator, but at the same time, if you get Beladion, he's not really going to be used all that much, unfortunately, so it depends. I mean, if you have Beladion and you use Beladion so much, I would say not to use him. He's not worth it. But if you don't, or if you only use Beladion in some situations, if you're not a big fan of Beladion, and there are people that are not, for some reason, then maybe you can get this guy a shot, but I don't know. It's just, he's not amazing, but he's pretty good. That's the point. Anyway, go ahead and leave a rune recommendations. If you have any, any strategies with this guy, go ahead and leave a comment. I am sure that people would appreciate reading those. Thank you for watching, goodbye everybody, and until next time.